host, Marco Milani, and welcome to the show where we profile athletes from the Academy of Art University and we highlight the accolades of our programs. We are so glad you could join us today. We have an absolutely packed show for you. We have interviews and we might have a bit of surprises along the way. But since this is a packed show, let's just get right into it. Let's start by talking about the first season of, well, sorry, not the first season. Boy, where did that come from? Let's start by talking about men's basketball this season. This was Academy of Art men's basketball this season, where an impressive performance in the regular season led to a historic run in the postseason. Finishing with over 20 wins in the regular season, they earned a spot in the Pac-West tournament. They represented well, beating Chaminade, but lost to Azusa Pacific in the semis. Their performance, however, earned them a spot in the NCAA Division II West Regional, where they won their first ever tournament game in school history, beating St. Martin's, but lost to Pac-West foe and champ Point Loma in the following round to cap off what Coach Scott Waterman called a phenomenal season. As for accolades, the Urbanites tallied a total of 5 weekly awards, 4 for Defender of the Week, going to Mike Asante twice, Latrell Mitchell once, and Clay Brown once, and 1 for Asante getting Pac-West Player of the Week after a double-double against Holy Names, the first time since the 2019-20 season, and Stefan Milejevic since an Urbanite got that honor. Brown was also named to the Pac-West second team and recently won the Elmcore Youth Honoree of the Year in his home state of New York. The Urbanites hope for continued success next season, and that was men's basketball. And we are here with Coach Scott Waterman. Coach, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah!
Thanks, Marco, for having me. I really appreciate you following our program this year, and I won't let Stefan Milejevic know you watch the game. You would think I watch a lot of hockey, and there's a lot of European games. You would think that we would sound the same, but all right, that's all right. But we talk about your winning the first NCAA tournament game in school history. That's a milestone. First of all, congratulations again. What was going through your mind now as you kind of reflect on that victory and just that milestone that you set?
Yeah, well, it was a hard-fought game, and we had played St. Martin's back in November and up at Lacey, Washington, where they're from, and we knew that it was going to be a tough game, and we trailed most of the game, and I kept telling our guys, you stay with it and just know that the game's going to come back to us. And finally, in the last 2 minutes of the game, we tied it up to send it to overtime. And when it got to overtime, I had a really good feeling that we were going to take the momentum. Just you could see St. Martin start to lose a little bit of their energy, and we started to gain that steam. And credit to, we only had 7 guys that could play in that game, and it was just a tremendous effort. Unfortunately, we ran out of gas that next night. We against a really good Point Loma team. We were down 13, cut it to 1 with 3 minutes left, and just could never get over that hump. But tremendous kudos to our guys for not just those 2 games, but the incredible season.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, the Point Loma was the Pac-West champion. And when you're facing a football like that, I could imagine it's not easy when you're not only facing a champion, but you just went to overtime the game before. I mean, you're almost no, not fighting a losing battle per se, but it's a little harder. But and doing some research, I just kind of found that you guys keep one-upping yourselves every single year. Last year you had 20 wins. This year 22. Last season you set a milestone 2 by beating UC Davis. Huge news. And then this year, of course, again, first NCAA tournament win in school history. What have you done differently to really achieve those milestones and the 2 extra wins this season?
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's anything different. We just continue to push our guys to be the best that they can be. And we want to form a cohesive group that night in and night out goes out and competes and plays together. And when we do those things, success comes. And it's not an easy task to get 12 guys all on the same page. But when it comes together, like it has the last 2 years, years, especially at the end of the season. That's when we really started to hit our peak and play really well. And good things have come, and we look forward to continuing that success coming here. Overwhelming.
And for those watching may not know basketball, so can you kind of explain the difference between playing the zone and playing the man?
Yeah.
Just very quickly.
Yeah. So man-to-man is basically person guarding a person, and then a zone is more you're guarding an area. When players come to that area, especially when the ball's there, they're your responsibility. Cliff Notes version right there for your market.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So now the season as a whole. So personally, this is your how long have you?
Fourth year.
This is your fourth year. So how did it go for you personally as you're in your fourth year of coaching?
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind because you start off in my first year as a head coach. Like I said, like you mentioned, it was 4 years ago. It's just overwhelming. There's so many things going on. You're learning how to coach, how you want things done. It's just a progression, and I've definitely evolved 1,000% in my coaching and who I become and how I want things done. There's a big line I always like to tell myself: you're either coaching it or you're allowing it. And you have to make sure what you're going to allow is what you want. And so I've gotten really good now in my fourth year finally of figuring that out. Also, it helps to recruit some pretty good players that have come into the program and helped us get us over the top.
Yeah, you speak about players. So who were the key players this season for your Urban Knights?
Yeah, so we had Clay Brown, Mike Asante, who were both second team All Pac West. Will Bellotta was third team All Pac West. Latrell Williams 2 years ago was an All League player, and he'll actually be back next year for his senior year. Stephon Hall, Rodney Munson, Dang, forgetting somebody, Jamal Fuller. Those guys are all like the core group that came in and elevated this program this year.
Fantastic. So now looking forward to next season. So what are your expectations for the upcoming year?
Obviously, we're going to have 4 returners, and then we're going to bring in a whole new slew of guys. And that's exciting just because, again, we've created something here that we're able to recruit to now. And we're going to have some pretty good players coming in alongside those 4 core guys: Latrell Williams, Rodney Munson, Jamal Fuller, and Elijah Taylor, who redshirted last year. And again, the bar's been set at 22 wins, and now we got to get over that. So we're excited to get back to work in September and see where we can go.
Fantastic. And is there anything else you would like to know, or we should know?
No, I really appreciate you having us on, having me on today, Marco. Appreciate your support of our program, and hopefully we can continue this program here in the future to get more support for the Urban Knights.
Absolutely. So look forward to them next season. They want to raise that bar high. Who knows? Maybe they'll win it. Hopefully I don't jinx that. Let's move on to our next couple athletes. Now, let's talk about track and field,
where our athletes continue to compete at the highest levels of NCAA Division II competition. One of the best events for the Urban Knights is in the long and triple jump categories, headlined by Marie-Jean Orega, who won the long jump event at the Cardinal Classic in March and placed second in the event at the Pac West Championships, adding a first place in the triple jump category at the same meet. Yakuba Nyako is another one to watch in the triple jump category, after finishing third in the Cardinal Classic and first in the Pac West. The same with Matthew Tishani, who finished behind his teammate in fourth and second in the 2 meets. Distance runners and sprinters also continue to stay consistent in their events. Despite a slow start at the beginning of the year, they didn't finish lower than 13th at the Pac West Championships. This includes 100-meter sprinter and U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association Athlete of the Week, Robin Black, winning 3 events and never finishing out of the top 10 in any of the events he's competed in. The Urban Knights hope for continued national recognition as the season goes on. And that was track and field.
And we are here with 2 of our track athletes, DQ Berry and Marie-Jean Orega. Now, Marie-Jean, I want to start with you because, as we see there, we have a national champion on our hands, people. Let's see it, let's see it. Ooh, look at that. National champion.
National champion. What is it like? Is it kind of a motivator for you as kind of the season goes on?
Yeah, for sure. It's really motivating me. Because last year indoors I fell short. I finished second in the long jump, so it was really like I felt like proud of what I achieved. So yeah.
And three-time national champion. Not many people can say that. So, really, to be a national champion, what does it take to be a national champion?
It takes a lot of work. Like every day I practice. I'm working hard, like to achieve like my goals. So yeah, just practice.
Awesome. So, how's the rest of the season going for you so far?
It's going pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm qualified for a long jump and triple jump in the hurdles for now. So we have one more meet, the last chance meet this weekend.
Okay.
And then 2 weeks from now, we have national at Pueblo, Colorado. So yeah.
Ooh, Pueblo, beautiful city. Love Colorado. Okay, so thank you, Marici. Congratulations again. So DQ. So you're national. What national championships have you won, or have you won any?
I'm actually a most outstanding track and field athlete for our conference, winning 4 golds. So.
Wow. Okay. There you go. We got 2 champions on our hands. How do you like that? But I understand you've been injured this season. Is that correct?
Yes, I've been out.
How's the recovery going?
The recovery, it's up and down. Some days I feel good. The next days it's hard for me to walk. So just kind of sticking with my rehab, and yeah.
And you're a sprinter, right?
Yes, I'm a sprinter.
So what is the recovery like when you're a sprinter? What is it like?
Definitely rest, because sprinting, you need, like, your whole bottom half is fast twitch muscles, and it's everything you're doing, everything at a fast pace. So you definitely need your rest and strengthening quads, everything lower body. So.
Okay, so we wish you the best in your recovering. So, is there anything else that you two want to add for anything at this point in the track season?
No, just good luck to my team at nationals in 2.5 weeks.
And Virginia?
Not really. Just keep going with our team.
All right. Well, thank you two, and again, best of luck in your recovery, and best of luck with the rest of your events. And now, let's move on to our final segment, where we have something a bit special for you. And as you saw there, yes, this was the last season for Academy of Art Baseball. Kind of sad, as they announced it in January that they're gonna be discontinuing the program. And I'm here with Coach Dan McDermott here to talk about that. So, where were you when you heard that news?
Our athletic director called myself and the 2 assistants in and told us the news, and we talked a little bit about it, and then we went upstairs and shared it with the team.
Okay, I can't even imagine what that's going through. So, let's just kind of talk about your history. So, you're 7 years here at Academy of Art as a coach, but I kind of did some research and saw
actually 9 years.
It's 9 years.
Yeah.
Oh, I did the math wrong. I apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Really? So, and I saw you're a native of Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So, what was the inspiration to move out here to?
Well, I went to school out here. I went to St. Mary's College, and I met my wife there, and she's a college athletic director. And so we've been in Iowa, we've been in Colorado, and we had the opportunity to come back out here. She's a native San Franciscan, and we came out here, and that's what I did here. And she was the athletic director at USF.
Awesome. Wow, it's very interesting.
Right.
So, all right. So now quickly tell me about this season's. How did it go this season?
Well, it was a different season. When someone, if they ever get put in a position where their program is discontinued a week before the season, they can call me and I can talk to them about it. There's listening to the intro here, it sounded like funeral music. And I really don't want that to be the last chapter of our program.
Right.
Rather, it's happened. We have to deal with the best of it. And so I look back on the 9 years I've been here and the 5 years before that, the previous coach, you know, we've had a very, very successful run. And our athletic program is very young compared to other programs. And as you could see with the last two guests, the success is there. It's possible to do it here at Academy of Art University. And that's what we are building towards. We've had our ups and downs. And this season, it was more about just the process of things. Getting the season discontinued 6 days before the first game was tough. And a lot of guys responded in very good ways, and there were some other things that were lacking.
It's great to hear. It's always great when you don't have that distraction with you. So what's next?
For myself or the team?
For you?
Well, for myself, I'll be here into the summer, and my biggest goal is to make sure that these young men, either if they're going to stay here at school, are in the best possible light, or moving on to new schools. And that's what some of them are doing. So that's kind of what I'm doing there for them, and that's what I want to do.
All right, well, thank you, Coach, and thank you for coaching our team for 9 years, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Now, let's take a look at the rest of the results for a lot of the teams this season. Information on our great Academy of Art Athletics, you can go to academyofartathletics.com or just search us on your favorite search engine. But I am Marco Milani. We thank you so much for checking us out, and we hope to see you all next time. And for everybody here, thank you for watching.